That's right. As he's going to join this field at the tail bend. We got 12 cars running 8 laps. Top four transfer out of this first heat race that is presented by Shaw Trucking. Bobby Pierce on the pole, Tad Pospischel on the outside. The C&D bonding green flags out, and we're underway.
Side by side as they head down the front straightaway. Pospischel gets the whole shot though on the outside. Will he have the lead off turn number 2? Yes, sir, he will. Pospischel to the lead. Bobby Pierce back in second. Duty sits in third. Larson fourth.
Side by side for that fourth and final transfer spot. Now momentarily side by side for the lead as Bobby Pierce tries to get a run on the 0-4 at Tad Pospischel. Pospischel, though, able to keep him at bay at least momentarily. Pierce will tuck back up in line behind them. Kyle Larson trying to work his way through the field as he's now got the Rumley number 6 momentarily up to the third spot.
Tad Pospischel, your leader, but Pierce is starting to really man a little bit of whoop-de-doo off into 1 and 2 side by side for the lead. And Tad looks strong out of 2 down the back straight. Will Pierce drive it off into 3 and 4? Can't quite get there. Pospischel up high, Pierce down low. Who's going to lead this one, DJ?
Looks like Bobby Pierce is able to sneak by him as Preston Luckman goes around over in turns 3 and 4, and that'll bring out the Midwest Sheet Metal caution, but not before that lap is scored. It's a 3 lap scored, 5 down here in Shaw Trucking Heat Race number 1, and that last time by at the stripe, it's the 32 of Bobby Pierce out front.
Well, Preston Luckman goes around down there in turns 3 and 4. The Coos Bay, Oregon driver. I love that race car. Love the number 77 on it. Good looking race car. Bad luck there. That Quad L Industries Rocket XR1. 7 wins a year ago, and as you mentioned, went out and ran some Dirt Car Summer Nationals last year. I was talking to the team owner down there today, and they're just trying to continue to branch out more and more. And now he's got his work cut out for him. His debut here in the desert as he starts on the back of the pack. Lights are out, DJ, as we'll come back with 3 down and 5 laps to go in this one. Yep, this is Shaw Trucking Heat Race number 1.
Yes, sir. And again, Bobby Pierce out front. Second place, Tad Pospischel going to choose the outside lane, and that's going to put Kyle Larson on the inside. It'll be interesting to see what happens on this restart as they get to that Rio Grande Waste Services restart zone, and we're back underway.
C&D bonding green flags back out. Pospischel takes second back as we go back green. Larson back there in third. Meanwhile, Duty and Phillips battle side by side for the 4th spot. Good battle back there as they're all right there with Pospischel. Pierce pulling away from him out front. Larson goes to the top shelf. Can he make it work up there? Pospischel at the line, and who has it? It was Larson by a nose for second.
I love that shot down the front straightaway, Ben. You could see him 2 by 2 by 2 all the way back through the field behind your race leader, Bobby Pierce. This time by 3 laps to go, and a great battle for second as Kyle Larson now has sole possession of position number 2. He's going to try to track down your leader in the closing stages of this one.
Well, they had to go to work on the power plant of the 91 of Rusty Schlenk, and now he's trying to put it on in the show as he goes inside of Terry Phillips. DJ, they race back to 2 to go. It's Pierce, it's Larson, it's Pospischel. The race, though, the one for the final transfer spot. Phillips has got it. Schlenk wants by.
Shout out to Rusty Schlenk, man. He started back in the 9th position, and now, as you said, he's knocking on the door of a transfer spot as he tries to work to the inside of the 75 of Terry Phillips. White flags out, final time around.
Final time off into turns 1 and 2. Larson's trying to get to your leader. You see Pierce down low. Larson ahead of steam up top. I think he's going to run out of time as they both head to the cushion through 3 and 4.
Checkered flag in the air. It's going to be Bobby Pierce getting the win here in Shaw Trucking Heat number 1. Second will go to Kyle Larson. Tad Pospischel going to finish third, and Terry Phillips holds off Rusty Schlenk in that all-important battle for the 4th and final transfer spot. It was Schlenk in 5th, Colwell 6th, Rodney Sanders 7th, Justin Duty 8th, Preston Luckman, Eston Whistler, Jason Strand, and Walton Kyle Jr. rounding out the field.
Terry Phillips takes the 4th and final transfer out of Springfield, Missouri in the 75. 3rd to Tad Pospischel in the 04. 2nd to Kyle Larson, the California racer in the 6. And your winner, Bobby Pierce out of Oakwood, Illinois, the Longhorn, Vic Hill powered, Rio Grande Waste Services, Senior Life Insurance Company, Hoker Trucking, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Vermilion County Bobcats, Allgaier Incorporated, all sponsors on the 32. Trenton, you're down there with the smooth operator who moves off to the redraw.
Bobby Pierce, I know you got a lot of fans running out here to watch you race. What are you going to have to do to translate a heat race win when the A-main comes out here a little bit later on?
It's going to be tough for sure. Heck, I forgot about Kyle being in that heat race. My dad was showing me the top over there for a while, and I was like, man, his sticks seem to be getting closer, but I don't know if it's just me. And yeah, I moved up there on that last lap, felt good, but we get a different racetrack here every night. That's what I love about this place. It's never the same, so it's very challenging. You got to stay on your game. make the right adjustments. So far, 2 nights we missed the call on tires. Hopefully tonight we get it right.
All right, man. Hey, great job in that one right there. Bobby Pierce, your winner of that heat race.
Well, you just saw the Hall of Famer right there walking off your screen in the pink shirt, Bob Pierce, as he helped his son get to victory lane there in Shaw Trucking Heat 1. DJ, this will be Dirt Track Bank Heat Race number 2.
Starting on the pole, a good qualifying effort for the Longview, Texas driver. That is Mobags, Morgan Bagley on the inside. And on the outside, another good qualifying effort for the Silent Assassin out of Truman, Arkansas. The 86 is Kyle Beard.
It's an all-comp Camp Super Dirt Series front row in this one. Row 2 will be Johnny Scott out of Las Cruces, New Mexico in the 1ST. And to his outside, Colin Hibden out of Pahrump, Nevada in the 02.
Third row back on the inside, the Hall of Famer Billy Moyer out of Batesville, Arkansas in the 21. And on his outside, out of Shreveport, Louisiana, the 15 at Clayton Stuckey.
Row 4 will be Glenn Powell out of Nixon, Missouri, and Tyler Erb out of New Waverly, Texas.
And your final 3 starters, this will be a pair of Oregon drivers in row 5, Jim Whistler in the 28, Tomas Hunziker in the 38, and your final starter will be Trenton Jessen, the Missouri native, in the 99J. 11 cars running 8 laps, top 4 transfer here in Dirt Track Bank Heat number 2.
Sandy Bonnie green flags out. Bagley to the inside, Beard to the outside, side by side down the back straightaway. They're side by side behind him for third as well. Off into turns 3 and 4. Who's going to lead a lap number 1? Mobags down low, the Silent Assassin up top. Score lap number 1. Give it to Bagley by half a car.
My goodness, what great racing we've seen in the late models here as Kyle Beard going to try to get a run to the outside of Morgan Bagley. He'll do so down the back straightaway. Bagley going to try to keep pace and get a run on the inside through turns 3 and 4. Side by side for the lead off corner number 4. Morgan Bagley continues to stay out front.
Morgan Bagley leads the way in this one. Kyle Beard back in second out. Beard to the outside of Bagley. Johnny Scott in third. Hibden back there in the 4 spot.
Couple for those of you watching at home, those 2 leaders up front not picking up on the electronic timing and scoring, but Morgan Bagley staying out front of Kyle Beard and Ben. They both have their hands full. Here comes Johnny Scott in the 1ST.
Yeah, those guys are battling it out. Scott's coming to reel them in as they race back to halfway as they work through turns 3 and 4. And Bagley leads the way. Beard in second. What a race here in Dirt Track Bank Heat race number 2. Johnny Scott. And how about Hibden right now back in third and back in the 4 spot, looking great in his second late model start.
Colin Hibden, that Kent Roosevelt number 02, an IMCA modified standout as Hibden as he bangs off the wall down in turns 3 and 4. The commentator's curse gets him. This race up the front of the field, though, Ben, is a good one. These drivers putting on a show, never laying a fender on each other as Morgan Bagley in the 14M and Kyle Beard in the 86.
This is good stuff right now as Morgan Bagley leads the way. Broken rear end back on Sunday night. They had to ship one from the shop back in Longview, Texas to get here. They practiced last night, and he and Beard breaking away. And again, these are 2 regulars on the Comp Cam Super Dirt Series, and they're going to race back to the white flag out of turn number 4.
Just behind them, Johnny Scott trying to get his momentum built back up on the very high side of the racetrack. One more time around for the driver out of Longview, Texas, Morgan Bagley. Kyle Beard in the 86. Johnny Scott peeks nose down to the inside of him. Can't get it done. Ben as they head through 3 and 4 for the final time.
Off into turns 3 and 4, the winner of Dirt Track Bank Heat race number 2 is Mobags, Morgan Bagley. Second to Kyle Beard. Third will go to Johnny Scott. Billy Moyer comes home in 4th. And then it'll be Clay Stuckey, Hibden, Erb, Whistler, Hunziker, Powell, and Jessen off to the B main.
So finishing in the 4th and final transfer spot, Mr. Smooth, Billy Moyer in the 21. Third will go to the 1ST of Johnny Scott. Finishing in second, it'll be Truman, Arkansas's Kyle Beard in the 86. And the winner of Dirt Track Bank Heat race number 2 in the P&W Sales High Ridge Services, Billy Bob's Repair and Tire, Clements Rocket XR1. How about it for Mobags, Morgan Bagley? Trenton?
Bagley will stop right down here on the exit of turn number 4 here in his P&W Sales. Number 14M, kill the engine and get the helmet off. The gloves are already off here, and he'll pull the air hose. Morgan, you timed in a little better here tonight. Had a great battle with Kyle Beard right there. You surprised you're able to get that thing done and be right here?
Yeah, I figured we just blocked the track. Nobody else could get us, but nah, we just had some shit luck, but this new rocket car's been pretty good. You know, we just had some fortunate stuff happen the first 2 nights, but I'm looking forward to it. I think we'll be all right, just, you know, learning how to get around this place. I just can't thank my crew and everybody that makes this happen enough, but hopefully we'll have top 5 tonight.
All right, there he is, Morgan Bagley, the 14M, and Ben, DJ, I think we can all relate. We've definitely had some of that luck before a few days, right?
We have all had it, so good for Mobags getting that one as we get set for Toast Construction Heat Race number 3, and on the pole, it'll be Jonathan Davenport out of Blairsville, Georgia, keeping hopes alive for a $300,000 Penske bonus and a Carl Auto Group 2023 Chevrolet Silverado pickup truck. To his outside, though, Stormy Scott wants to spoil the party in this one, DJ.
He sure does. So do the drivers in row number 2 on the inside out of Winfield, Tennessee. The Winfield Warrior, Mike Marlar, on the Ronnie Delk 157. He'll be flanked by the Headingley, Manitoba driver of the Sniper chassis in the 7. That is Ricky Weiss.
Row 3 is Dylan McCown out of Urbana, Missouri in the 8, and the 32 of Chris Simpson from Oxford, Iowa.
Moving back to row number 4, we find the Ham Lake, Minnesota native. That's Don Shaw on the 42S. And on his outside, out of Neosho, Missouri in the USA 1, it's Chris Hawkins.
Steve Stoltz out of Peoria, Arizona. The 78 starts inside of row 5, and to his outside, Brandon Brzezowski out of Lavernia, Texas in the 10-4.
And your final 2 starters will be Russellville, Arkansas's John Kirby in the 11. On his outside, out of Pineville, Missouri in the 38M, Justin Mills. 12 cars running 8 laps, top 4 transfer, and Toast Construction Heat number 3 is underway. Jonathan Davenport rockets out of the early lead.
Well, Davenport gets the whole shot. His crew chief, actually, his former crew chief, turns wrenches on that 2S of Stormy Scott with Jason Durham, and Scott did not get a good start at all. Meanwhile, Marlar's going to go up to second. He's got Weiss in tow at the line. Lap number 1, Marlar half a car length into second. Davenport leads the way.
Weiss going to try to work by Mike Marlar down in turns 1 and 2. Blue Horn on the inside, Sniper on the outside. This happens about 5 car lengths behind your race leader, Jonathan Davenport. Those 2 drivers been not letting Davenport out of the crosshairs. 2 scored, 6 to go here in Heat Race number 3.
7/10 of a second, the lead. Totally different racetrack than we saw back on Sunday night, maybe a little closer to Saturday. Stormy Scott sits in 4th, though, as right now McCown on the outside looking in. Chris Simpson rides back in the 6th spot as we complete lap number 3. It's all Jonathan Davenport. His lead 1 second over Ricky Weiss, and now Weiss moves up the racetrack. He's going to see if he can find some momentum around the top side, DJ.
Great look there as the drone follows that lead trio. Again, it's Mike Marlar in 3rd in the 157. 2nd, the black number 7 of Ricky Weiss, and they trail your race leader, Jonathan Davenport, but only by about 9/10 of a second that last time by. 4 down, 4 to go here in Toast Construction Heat 3.
Well, Weiss didn't make enough of, but he did make a little bit. He's not going to this time as that car pushes through 3 and 4. He knocked about a 10th off Davenport's lead, and that time he'll give it back. A 1-second lead for Jonathan Davenport. 5 laps down, 3 to go as Marlar goes after Weiss. That's the battle for second.
Yeah, Mike Marlar's got a good run on the inside on the 157 car. Weiss, though, going to try to get that momentum built back up on the outside. Those 2 cars remain side by side at the stripe. That time, Ricky Weiss had the advantage over Mike Marlar.
Down the back straightaway, still side by side for that position. Stormy Scott keeping Dylan McCown back in for the final transfer. DJ White flags out, and we've seen it all week so far. The 49, 1 lap away from another win. Oh, Stormy goes around, and that's going to draw the Midwest Sheet Metal caution as he sits at the bottom of turn number 4. And sounds like Stormy maybe lost the handle on that 2S, and he draws the Midwest Sheet Metal caution. And
it's a tough break for the Las Cruces driver. He was in, Ben, as you mentioned, he was in that 4th and final transfer spot and did not get enough cars across the stripe to count that lap. So there will be 6 scored, 2 remaining here in Toast Construction Heat number 3.
And Chris Simpson pulls to the infield. He was riding in 7th. And he's got a right rear flat on that 32 car. He's down in the Mary's Home Furnishing hot pit. And unfortunately, going to head on back to the trailer. Ouch.
Boy, tough break for the Oxford, Iowa driver Chris Simpson, making his return to the Rio Grande Waste Services Wild West Shootout here in 2023. We'll look for him in one of the 2B mains coming up just a little bit later on this evening. So again, 6 laps scored, 2 laps to go here in Toast Construction Heat Race number 3. We're past the halfway point, so it'll be a single file restart. Jonathan Davenport out front, Ricky Weiss 2nd, Mike Marlar 3rd, and with Stormy Scott falling to the tail of the field, that will give the 8 of Dylan McCowan the 4th and final transfer spot on this restart. On the outside looking in right now, Don Shaw runs 5th, Steve Stoltz is 6th, John Kirby is 7th, 8th will be Chris Hawkins, and it's Brandon Brzezowski and Stormy Scott again will rejoin join the field in 10th. As the C&D bonding green flag waves, Ben, we've got 2 to go.
2 laps remain, and Davenport, your leader. Weiss trying to get there. Davenport will drive away from him off 2 down the back straightaway. Marlar back in 3rd, McCown in the 4th and final transfer. Now Marlar will go to the top side and try to get a run on everybody as we come back to the white flag.
Final time around as Weiss and Marlar continue to go out for position number 2, just behind your race leader, Jonathan Davenport. Good race for the 2nd spot. Davenport, though, going to pull away down the back straightaway as they head off into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. It'll be Superman Jonathan Davenport getting the win in Toast Construction Heat Race number 3. He'll advance to the redraw. 2nd goes to Ricky Weiss. Mike Marlar 3rd, and Dylan McCowan grabs that all-important 4th and final transfer spot here in Toast Construction Heat Race number 3.
Picking up the win out of Blairsville, Georgia, Jonathan Davenport in the Nutrien Ag Solutions, Fast Shafts, Down Road Seed, Lucas Oil Products, AC Warranty, Mark Martin Automotive Group, Mega Plumbing of the Carolinas, Bill Stein, VP Racing Fuels, Midwest Sheet Metal, Cornette Powered Longhorn, as working on getting some fresh batteries there for Trenton. Hang tight, buddy, as he picks up the win in Heat Race number 3. Toast Construction Heat 3, 1 more to go, and we'll see if we get Trenton's microphone down there. There we go.
There we are, here with the Fast 49 of Jonathan Davenport. Boy, it's only day 3, JD, and people are already starting to ask me, boy, you think Jonathan can win all 6 of them? How's this racetrack compare to what you've raced on earlier in the week?
I mean, it goes through its transitions, and it's pretty normal, really. The bottom's a little better than the top right now, feels like. I don't really know, but car seems pretty balanced right there. I think I can run top or bottom there. I just didn't really know where to go. Didn't know. I seen Ricky on the board, so I figured he was pretty good around the bottom. So once again, got to thank Corey and Vinny for making great changes, and Michael, he's doing a hell of a job on tires. So say hello to everybody back home and see if we can get us another win.
All right, the 49 continues rolling.
All right, new crew chief, same results for Jonathan Davenport. Ben, final late model heat race of the night. This will be Rio Grande Waste Services heat race number 4.
That's right, as Davenport heads to the winning edge carburation scales on the front row.